What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 United Rentals 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series headed to Phoenix International Speedway, the 1-mile track, and a racetrack that will host the season finale at the end of the year. So this race could be a really big racetrack where you could judge what teams could be stacking up and what teams are going to be really, really strong, and who could be championship contenders if they're in the championship, who could be threats at the championship race. I can't remember exactly what happened the last summer here, so let's jump into the race picks. Before we jump into race picks, let's take a look at the racing for this weekend and the weather for this weekend for that matter. So, it's going to be 82 degrees as a high, 57 degrees as a low, with right now a 0% chance of rain. So if you're going to Phoenix, it's going to be very, very warm. Not as warm as it can be in Phoenix. Sometimes they get up 110 to 120 degrees in Phoenix, but it's going to be pretty warm weather. So if you're going to Phoenix, make sure to be prepared for that. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into picks. So for those who are new to the channel, we've had a couple new subscribers join the channel as of recently. Here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I think are going to struggle, who've been struggling a little bit at the beginning of the year, who are going to continue their struggles. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers picked to run really, really good, who've been really good in underfunded equipment. And my winners pick, the driver I think is going to win. And then I do the ones you need to watch out for. And I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for the Xfinity Series race besides the winner of the race. So now, let's jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Phoenix? My first suck pick is a driver who's kind of just been a little bit quiet to start 2023, and I didn't expect this guy to run fantastic at the beginning of the year, but maybe even improve just a little bit. But I think Jeb Burton is going to struggle this weekend. It just seems like Jeb Burton's kind of coasting a little bit. He's running around 15th to 20th most weeks, and I think Jeb Burton's going to have a really bad week. Plus, seems like his teammates kind of struggled at points, had some electrical problems and gremlins, which of course being Parker Rezav, who made his debut at Phoenix last year in the Xfinity Series. I think Jeb Burton is going to struggle this weekend, and I think he's going to have a very bad run with the Jordan Anderson Racing Group. I think he's going to have a bad run this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. My other suck pick for this weekend is a driver that's also kind of struggled to start 2023, and it's kind of surprising considering this guy seemed like he had some pretty good speed at times throughout 2022 season. I'm talking about Jeremy Clements. It seems like Jeremy Clements just doesn't have the overall pace and speed to be up front contending. He's been running outside the top 25 in a couple of the last 2 races, and it just doesn't seem like he's got the overall pace and speed to contend right now. And I think that he's going to continue his struggling ways that he's had so far in the 2023 season. I think he's going to finish outside the top 15, and I think he finished actually outside the top 20 this weekend. It continues a really bad start to the 2023 season. I unfortunately think Jeremy Clements has a bad run this weekend here at Phoenix. So now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for this weekend at Phoenix. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog is one I've already picked so far in the 2023 season, and this guy always gets the best out of his equipment. Parker Kligerman. Now, Parker Kligerman's had a couple iffy starts 2023. Had a bad run basically at Daytona, getting into a couple people. He had a pretty good run at Auto Club and bounced back to finish in the top 15 at Las Vegas. That 48 team was fast here last year as well, and the last time we were here, where Nick Sanchez drove this car, and it actually qualified very, very well. And Parker Kligerman has shown he can qualify really, really well with the Big Machine Racing team, and he's had pretty good pace and speed throughout 2023 as well. So I think that Big Machine Racing is going to give him a very, very fast car this time around, and I think that Parker Kligerman is going to contend for maybe a potential top 10 or maybe like a top 12 or top 13 finish, which would be a really good run for Parker Kligerman as he tries to make his first Xfinity Series playoffs of his career. Parker Kligerman, I think, will be fast. My other underdog pick for this weekend is a driver who's making, I believe, his second start of the 2023 season, and that is Kyle Weatherman. Kyle Weatherman is coming off of finishing 16th at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I think Kyle Weatherman is one of the most underrated drivers in the NASCAR Xfinity Series right now, and in my opinion deserves a full-time opportunity with a fast organization like a Junior Motorsports or a Joe Gibbs. He finished 16th, like I said, with Our Motorsports. I don't think Our Motorsports is good of a team now as they've been in previous years. They're not the same team they were a few years ago. So I think Kyle Weatherman is going to get the best out of that equipment going into this weekend, and I think that Our Motorsports will give him potentially a top 15 car. Yes, I think Kyle's got potential to finish top 15, or maybe shockingly finish in a top 10, which would be really, really impressive for the equipment he's in. I think Kyle Weatherman is going to have a strong run this weekend at Phoenix. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Who is my winner's pick? Well, my winner's pick, I was thinking between one of 3 drivers because I look back at the last 2 races at this track, and obviously the spring race is won by Noah Gragson, but of course he's running in the Cup Series now, so he's not eligible to run in Xfinity, at least on a full-time basis. So a guy I'm picking to win this weekend is a driver who's been historically really good at this track. I'm going to go with Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier has been historically really, really great at Phoenix Raceway. He almost won the championship last year, finished third in the fall race, and also, I believe, finished second and runner-up in the spring race at Phoenix as well last year. So I think Justin Allgaier is going to get his first win of the year and get Junior Motorsports their first win in 2023 because Junior Motorsports has not scored a victory so far in 2023. But I think Justin Allgaier is going to have the overall pace, the overall grip, the overall speed, and I think Justin Allgaier is going to win his first race of the 2023 season at a track he's been historically great at. I'm going with Justin Allgaier to win this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. So now we're going to jump on to the ones you need to watch out for this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Who are my ones you need to watch out for? My first driver you need to watch out for is a driver who's always really, really great in the NASCAR Xfinity Series when he runs in the Xfinity Series. Yes, he has limitations. Kyle Busch. Now, Kyle Busch, I'm not picking the win because the 10 car doesn't have the overall pace that a couple of the teams had. He ran really good at Las Vegas where he finished in 4th, but it just doesn't seem like he had the pace to even keep up with his teammate Chandler Smith and even a couple of the Junior Motorsports cars. But I think Kyle Busch is going to be really, really strong. He might surprise and go to victory, but I'm not picking him to win. I'm going to have him having a good run this weekend, though, but I think Kyle Busch will not go to victory lane, but I think he gets a very solid top 2 or top 3 this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. The second driver you need to watch out for is a driver who's had a great start to the 2023 season. He finished second at Daytona, finished first, of course, at Auto Club, and then finished, I believe, respectful 6th position at Las Vegas. This guy's one of the championship favorites already. John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek has also been very solid at this track throughout his career. And I remember last year, too, in the spring race, I think he led laps with Sam Hunt Racing. So I think that the team will be very, very quick. Joe Gibbs Racing has been really quick. We know how good they can be on these tracks. I think this is almost the same car that Ty Gibbs had last year. So you know that this car is going to be very, very strong and very quick. And I can see him getting a second win of the year. But I think he will for sure get a top 5 this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. The third driver you need to watch out for going this weekend is a driver who's been the strongest so far in the 2023 season in Xfinity. He's already scored 2 wins so far in 2023, of course, those coming in Daytona and Las Vegas. And it seems like RSR's got a really strong Xfinity Series program. Austin Hill. Austin Hill has looked really, really stout to start 2023, and I think a lot of people are already putting him as a championship favorite, and it wouldn't shock or surprise if he does get his 3rd win of 2023 this weekend. But I think it will get at least a top 5 finish and continue a really strong start to 2023. I think RSR is going to give him a really fast car and great equipment. I think he'll run up front this weekend at Phoenix Raceway. The final driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Phoenix this weekend, is a driver who dominated, led 118 laps in the race last week at Las Vegas, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith has been really strong to start 2023. I know Daytona did not go well for him, but he finished in the top 5 at Auto Club in his first trip out there. Didn't have any truck series experience there and ran great there. And almost won at Las Vegas. And if he had basic and service stuff just a little bit longer, he would have gone on to win the Xfinity Series race at Las Vegas, but lost on the last lap of the race. I think that Chandler Smith is going to have a strong run call. This looked a lot faster to start 2023. And I think you're going to see a very fast car for Chandler Smith going this weekend. I think he's going to have a really good run. And I think Chandler Smith will 100% be a contender this weekend at Las Vegas. Not Vegas, at Phoenix. And I think he'll be very strong this weekend at Phoenix. So, those are my race picks for this weekend at Phoenix. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Jeb Burton, Jeremy Clements. My underdog picks are Parker Kligerman, Kyle Weatherman. My winner's pick is Justin Allgaier. And the ones to watch are Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, and Chandler Smith. Those are the ones to watch. So, that is going to be for the race pick video for the United Reynolds 200 for Phoenix Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Notifications on to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links are below with that, and comment below your thoughts below on today's episode. Let me know your race picks for this weekend. Let me know your suck picks. Let me know your underdog picks, and let me know who you think is going to win. And let me know who you think is going to be one to watch out for this weekend at Phoenix. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later tonight on the channel, we should be finding out who's driving the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, and I should have a breaking news video coming out later tonight because it's supposed to be coming out later this evening. Then tomorrow on the channel, I'll have a NASCAR news video on the channel discussing news over the last couple days, and I might touch more on the driver who is taking over for Chase Elliott for this weekend at Phoenix. Then on Thursday will be race picks for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix Raceway, and maybe a paint skin video, but I'm not entirely sure, but I might move that paint skin video out till Wednesday, we're going to have to wait and see. Then Friday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video on the channel. And then Saturday, we'll have the Xfinity Series race review from Phoenix. And also, we'll have some other content on the way as we head to Phoenix Raceway. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. And I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.